Hello everyone. In this video I'll be talking about actinoids, difference between actinoids and lanthanoids, and post-actinoid elements. Now let's start with actinoids. Actinoid series is the last row of elements in periodic table. It will begin with thorium and it will end with lawrencium. Most of these elements are not found in nature. They are artificial or man-made. We can say these are radioactive. If they are radioactive, they are associated with half-life period, and their half-life is quite long period. For example, uranium-238 has half-life 4.5 multiplied by 10 raised to 9 years. So these elements used to exist in the rocks of Earth. The long-lived isotopes such as thorium, proactinium, uranium, neptunium, plutonium, americium are studied in more details. These elements have high densities, high melting points, high boiling points, and the most important thing is they are less reactive than lanthanoids. The most common oxidation state of early actinoids is, you are seeing in the graph, is +3, which is very much similar to the transition metals like other than lanthanoid. The electronic configuration of actinoid is radons, then 5f0 to 14, 6d0 to 2, and 7s2. And the most stable oxidation state is +3. And it can be seen uh, from this graph only that the common oxidation state of early actinoid reflects the loss of all outermost shell electrons, similar to the transition elements, not like lanthanoids. The ready loss of 5f electrons by early actinoid indicates that these electrons are much closer in the energy to 7s and 6d electrons than 4f to 6s and 5d electrons, as they are in lanthanoids. So this is the reason they used to show the +3 oxidation state. Now properties of actinoids. They are very much similar like lanthanoids. They used to appear white or silver in color. They are reactive elements, but not more than lanthanoids. They used to experience decrease in atomic and ionic radii from actinium to lawrencium because of actinoid contraction. Reason of actinoid contraction is the poor shielding of 5f orbitals over the valence electrons, and because shielding effect is poor, so the effective nuclear charge increase and the size will gradually decrease when we are moving across the series. This is what you call actinoid contraction also. They used to exhibit +3 oxidation state. Now next is application. When we see that the half-life of natural thorium, uranium isotopes are so long that we get very negligible radiation from these elements. We find them in everyday use. For example, thorium oxide with 1% cerium oxide was used in major use of indoor lighting before incandescent lamps came to existence only because their oxide convert heat energy from burning natural gas to intense light. In fact, even today there is a great demand for these light for outdoor campaigning. Now let's talk about the difference and similarities between the lanthanoids and actinoids. If we are talking about similarity, both are showing +3 oxidation state. Both are the elements having f orbitals which are filled gradually with the last electron. Ionic radii of element uh, gradually decrease with the increase in atomic number. Electronegativity of all the elements in both the series is low. They are reactive. Their nitrates, perchlorates, sulfates of all elements are soluble, but their carbonates, hydroxide and fluorides are insoluble. Difference between two is lanthanoid used to show maximum oxidation state +4, whereas actinoid used to show +3, +4, 5, 6, 7 oxidation states. Lanthanoids do not form complex easily. Actinoids have a great tendency to form complexes with ligands such as thioethers. All lanthanoids are not radioactive except promethium, but actinoids are radioactive in nature. Lanthanoids do not form oxocations, but actinoids used to form oxocations. Most of the lanthanoids are colorless, where actinoids are colored ions. These are the similarities and differences. Now let's talk about the difference between the pre-transition lanthanoid and transition metal. Pre-transition essentially monovalent show n+1 oxidation state. Lanthanoid used to show +3, +2, +4 in certain ions, and transition metals show variable oxidation state. In pre-transition, periodic trends dominated by effective nuclear charge. Lanthanoid contraction is there in lanthanoid series, and transition metal size changes of M cation less marked. Pre-transition having similar properties in a group. Lanthanoids are also having similar properties. In transition metals, we used to see the changes in properties. They are pre-transition metals are always hard. Transition are always hard, and lanthanoids are always hard, and in fact, transition metals are heavier metals. In pre-transition, there is no ligand effects. Lanthanoid insignificant ligand effect because there is a less tendency of complex formation. In transition, there is a substantial ligand field effect is there. Then in pre-transition, poor coordination property. In lanthanoid, there are high coordination numbers, and in transition, coordination number is 6. Typically, it is 6. Pre-transition are flexible in geometry. Lanthanoids are also flexible in geometry, and transition metals have fixed geometries. In pre-transition metals, no magnetism will be seen. Lanthanoids used to show magnetism. Transition metals also show magnetism. Now, the last topic, post-actinoid elements. The elements with atomic number greater than 92 are called transuranium. Elements from atomic number 93 to 103 are included in actinoid series, and from 104 to 118 are called post-actinoid elements. The post-actinoid elements that are known so far are transition metals. They are included as post-actinoid because similar to actinoid elements. They can be synthesized in nuclear reaction. So far, 9 post-actinoid elements have been synthesized. It is very much difficult to study their chemistry owing their short half-life. For example, element having atomic number 112 has half-life only 2.8 multiplied by 10 raised to minus 4 seconds. With half-life of millisecond, only a little is known about the chemistry of these elements. Rutherfordium forms chloride like RfCl4, used to show similarity like zirconium and hafnium, which used to show +4 oxidation state. Dubnium resembles to both group 5 transition metal nibonium and actinoid proactinium with oxidation state 5. So this is all about post-actinoid elements. Thank you.